Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into my official NFL Week number 15 Upset Alert predictions, where I talk about potential upsets I could see happening in the NFL. And we begin on Saturday afternoon. And guys, this is just a caution to everyone. The Cleveland Browns -3 are a total auto lock. I see this game perfectly. Baltimore got a win last week. They're due for a loss with the backup quarterback. Lamar Jackson not coming back. Deshaun Watson played better last week, although the narrative is kind of he's still struggling. But if you actually look past the box score, Deshaun Watson shook off most of the rust. He was decent. He had a really, really good connection with Donovan Peoples-Jones. Amari Cooper is going to be more healthy. Nick Chubb will have a much better game rushing the football. The Browns are at home. They're going to have a lot of momentum. They're going to have the crowd behind them against possibly very likely a backup quarterback for Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins came back against the Steelers. Guys, JK had a great game, but my God, does he still look injured. It looked like he was limping on that 40-yard run. I don't know what Baltimore's medical staff is doing, but that did not look good. I think he's going to get shut down against Cleveland because he's simply not healthy. So if you want a prop bet, I would say J.K. Dobbins under in rushing, because I'm sure it's going to be coaxed up after he had the 100-yard game against Pittsburgh. But in my opinion, J.K., he's a great running back. I loved watching him in college, and really a really good rookie season. He just doesn't look healthy. They're going to get shut down running the football. The Browns, Myles Garrett's going to get a sack. Deshaun Watson's going to play really, really well because he actually was improved last week, but there's just a narrative going around right now because a lot of people don't like Deshaun Watson. It's understandable, but if you just look at it from a neutral perspective, he played well in the loss to Cincinnati. The Browns win this game and they cover the spread. So I don't think the Browns will get upset at all. Moving to the Sunday games, we have Detroit traveling to the New York Jets. And guys, this is a pick'em, and I am so confident in the New York Jets. Mike White, he's played so well. I realize they've lost the last 2 games, but they're facing tough teams. They've really been in them. Now they're at home. Garrett Wilson is absolutely breaking out right now. They finally have a legit passing game. And you've got a Detroit Lions team. Let's be real. They don't like playing outside of their home stadium. I would say Detroit Lions under whatever their team total is. It'll probably be like maybe 19.5 or 20. I would say they go under that in the cold weather. Jared Goff is not good in elements. And the Jets are due for a win. A lot of people are high on the Lions. We all backed them last week as the crazy 1-point favorites over Minnesota, and we were rewarded. We were. But guys, it's a situation. Now it's time to fade them and really take advantage of a pick'em here, with the Jets having a huge edge in terms of weather, in terms of what's happening right now with Mike White and Garrett Wilson. They've got a connection, and they've got a win, in my opinion, at home against Detroit on Sunday. Next, we have Pittsburgh traveling to Carolina. Guys, a little word of caution when it comes to Carolina and Sam Darnold. And you see the Panthers right now, 2.5-point favorites. Kenny Pickett possibly out. We know Mitch Trubisky's not great, but Mitch is not horrible. He can kind of coax a win. The Steelers at this point, they're not tanking. Carolina, on the other hand, let's be honest, they really need to lose these games. They're trying to get a top 3 pick, and that does go into it. I'm not saying when they go out there, they're purposefully trying to lose, but it's just a kind of a psychological thing. If you're the GM of the Panthers, there's got to be motivation to make sure, DJ Moore does not play in this game. I mean, winning these games does you nothing except hurts your future and your chances to get a franchise quarterback, maybe Bryce Young, although I think Bryce Young is locked and loaded into the number 1 overall pick to the Houston Texans. And they're going to have to settle for either C.J. Stroud or Will Levis. But guys, Pittsburgh, I've been really nailing them. I was riding Pittsburgh 2 weeks. They covered both weeks. Last week, I said they were overvalued because Kenny Pickett, a rookie quarterback, 2.5-point favorites against the Baltimore team. just overvalued, and Baltimore ends up winning that game. But now I'm back on Pittsburgh, plus the 2.5. Carolina, everyone's hyping them up. They got very lucky. Geno Smith did not play well. They probably should have lost that game. They still don't have a running game. Sam Darnold does not impress me, folks. And I do have the Steelers winning that one. I'm sorry I took so long to reveal that. It was just like I was trying to hype it up a little bit too much. But I do have the Steelers winning it 20-17. The over-under in this game is probably going to be like 37, which is the exact total I have. It's going to be a low number. So I don't really, unless we get like a really bad weather report, I don't really have a vibe on if this game goes over or under because the over-under is already going to be really low. But I would say take the Steelers plus the 2.5 or plus the 3, depending on where you get them. Next, we have Dallas traveling to Jacksonville. Guys, the narrative, I said this about 3 weeks ago, Trevor Lawrence is turning into a franchise quarterback before our very eyes. This will be his official breakout game in the NFL when he throws for 3 passing touchdowns and the Jacksonville Jaguars upset the 10-win Dallas Cowboys, who should have lost last week to a really bad Houston team. They're going to upset them at home and win 31-30. And I love the over in this game. It's going to be back and forth. I'm sure Dallas will take some leads. They've got a great offense, but Dak Prescott, he throws one too many interceptions. He's prone to that. And you've got a Jacksonville team playing great football right now. A lot of young players. Their defense is good enough. Their offense is really starting to clicking, and it all centers around the really improvement, maturity, of Trevor Lawrence, who really is developing into that franchise quarterback we all thought he was going to be. Moving to the 4 o'clock games, it's going to be New England traveling to Vegas. And guys, I think it's quite simple. You've got Bill Belichick versus Josh McDaniels. You've got Mac Jones, who's really good on the road. You've got a motivated New England team who has momentum coming off their big road win on Monday night. Guys, come on, this is easy. We will go with New England to win this game, although I don't know the exact spread. I'm guessing New England will be slight favorites based off of how they played last night. When I saw it, it was a pick'em, but I would imagine New England probably -1. But if you can get it at a pick'em, I would take New England 100%. The Raiders are dead in the water. Derek Carr, you got to move on from him. They're injured. Devontae Adams is a beast. Nobody's denying it. But I think that game against the Rams where Baker Mayfield comes in off the street, doesn't even get a practice with the Rams, and they end up winning 17-16. That's got to be the end of the Derek Carr era. That's like a symbolic ending to me. And they're a dead team. New England's going to come in there. They have a massive coaching advantage. They're playing well enough on offense, and they do have a good defense to win this game slightly in that one. Next, we have Tennessee traveling to LA to take on the Chargers. Guys, this is the official blowout week. Well, I guess Tennessee already got blown out by Philadelphia, and I did say they were going to win that game. But guys, this is another big blowout, I think. Tennessee just simply not explosive enough. The Chargers, they have a lot of yards, but they never seem to really convert it into a ton of touchdowns. I think that's going to change this week. They'll score early and often. They are due for a blowout win at home against the Tennessee team that simply can't throw the ball. They don't have the receivers. The Chargers win this game, and they win it big. Maybe it's 34-17, 31-17, something like that. They're going to very easily cover the 3-point spread. The offensive mismatch in this game is so epic. And you see Tennessee really starting to leak oil. Blown out by Philadelphia. They lose to Jacksonville at home as 3-point favorites. Get blown out by Jacksonville. So I think Tennessee, I'm really down on Tennessee right now at this point. And then this is the Sunday night game. It is the Giants traveling to take on the Commanders. The Commanders get Carson Wentz back, but he will, of course, be backing up Taylor Heineke. And guys, I can't understand. I mean, I guess I get it because the Commanders actually went like 5 straight weeks where they covered spreads. So maybe that's why. The Giants got crushed, but it's against Philadelphia. I'll allow it. Philadelphia's been crazy good. 4.5 is just too much. The Commanders' offense is not good enough. The Giants play really close games. They play good enough defense. It's the NFL. You know it's going to be low-scoring Sunday night game in the nation's capital. And I do have the Giants, maybe Daniel Jones running a lot. I'm seeing Daniel Jones having like a 93-yard rushing game in this one, running around a little bit, 3rd and 8. Maybe he gets like a 15-yard scramble. It just came to me in a vision right now. So, guys, I think Daniel Jones, a lot of rushing yards. Take the over on the Daniel Jones rushing prop. And really, the Commanders, again, just overvalued. We saw this 2 weeks ago when the Commanders were 4-point favorites on the road. And I said take the Giants, and it ends up in a tie. I don't remember how that game exactly played out, but I feel like the Giants were leading. Actually, I don't know. I forget how it played out, guys. There's so many games. They're just all kind of blending together. So I will take the Giants to win this game outright, or at least they should cover the 4.5-point spread. I'm guessing that number's going to get bet down. It's just too much for the Commanders' offense, in my opinion. Either way, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.